Hello there, friend. I didn't see you. I'm just over here doing a fountain pen spa day, which is not my favorite. Don't mind me, I am being silly. So I just thought I would film, I guess, this process. Now, I spared you the washing of the fountain pens in my sink. I think that is probably the most annoying, well, not, I wouldn't say annoying, but tedious tasks to do with fountain pens. And I think that's the reason why I haven't really fully committed to fountain pens, because of that. Well, I won't say fully committed. I feel like I am committed because I have fountain pens and inks and stuff like that, but I don't use it as often, and I always rather use my pens because there's really no maintenance involved other than buying refills for it. And so yeah, I'm not this is not my favorite task, but it is very satisfying once it's all done. And yeah, so what I'm actually doing is I actually had these pens inked since the beginning of 2025, and I don't think for the whole year I replaced the ink. I just used it all up. I still have one pen here that I had inked up that that still has a lot of ink in it, but this wasn't a pen that I used often because of the fact that the nib is too broad for me. I believe this is a fine. This is a TWSBI Eco. It's a fine, and so, but the nibs run a little bit bigger than the Japanese fountain pens, and so I definitely need an extra fine in this one, which is the reason why this hasn't depleted like the other ones. I'm happy to report that these pens right here, these are the ones that I actually did use, and I did run out of it, but I just never washed it or replaced any ink because of the fact it was like I would either have to put the same ink back in it or wash it, and I just didn't want to do that part, and so it kind of stayed uninked. And so today I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and like wash it, and that way I can ink it back up to what I want. Now for 2025 or 2026, I decided on a few things that I'm going to change. I definitely want to use my Jinhao 10, the dupe for the Vanishing Point. I really loved using that pen, so I'm going to keep that. I'm just not sure what I'm going to ink it with. This Lamy, I think I'm going to put this to rest for 2026. Well, at least for now. And I'm going to use a different fountain pen. So this one's going to go to rest. As much as I want this to go to rest, it really can't, because I still have ink here, but I think I have the platinum, the carbon. Let me double check what's in this one. I have a little cheat sheet. Yeah, because see, the last time I inked all these was November of 2024 and January 27, 2025. I am not a very good fountain pen mommy. I am not very good at keeping good care of them, and I think that's the reason why I don't want to invest in any of the expensive pens, because I'm not good at maintaining them. And so I don't know, maybe one day, but for now, yeah. Sorry about that. My mic died on me. It's always dying on me. I keep forgetting to charge it. Anyways, like I was saying, this is inked with the platinum. Wait, no. What is this ink? Sailor Shikori Subi Rakash. This one right here. So, I don't know. I have to do some research to see if this is resistant to water, because maybe I could use it for drawing. I am not too sure, so I'll look into that. But so yeah, I'm going to definitely keep the Jinhao. I will definitely keep my Kaweco. I really love that. So this one's going to go to sleep. But there are other fountain pens that I do want to try, because I got it actually in April for my birthday, and I have never used it yet. So that just shows you where I'm at with my fountain pen collection. But I do have a few fountain pens coming in, some pocket ones that I wanted to try. It's not 2026 yet, so we're not doing a no buy yet. But I did get these as gifts, so I got them off of Amazon. And so I went ahead and placed an order and grabbed them, because it's one of those that I've been wanting to try. And so hopefully those will come in. Those will probably come in after Christmas. So I'll just do a separate video when those come in. But I do have my birthday fountain pen that I purchased back in April that I will ink up. So before that, I actually wanted to show you guys something really, really cool. So I was in the market to find a better fountain pen display. Now, I used to have my fountain display, or my fountain pen, in a big toolbox. I will insert a clip of what I'm talking about. And in my studio, it just didn't fit correctly, like on my shelf, so it kind of sits on the floor. And so I decided to actually keep my fountain pens in these clear, this clear Muji like storage case. I was running out of room, especially with the new fountain pens that's coming in. And so I wanted to find a drawer system that would be nice enough aesthetically to blend in on my shelf, but also be functional, where it held enough fountain pens. And the ones that I did find, a lot of them have like the fountain pens up top, and then you kind of open it up like this. And that is not my favorite unless it's like on a single table as display. But for me, it eliminates the option of putting things on top to store things. And so like if I wanted to put inks, I wouldn't really be able to put it on top. I mean, I could, but that would mean if I wanted to open up that compartment, I would have to take the inks out and, open it up. And that wasn't ideal. I already knew like that would get on my nerves. And so I was just looking for a storage that just had drawers and that was wide. But a lot of the ones that I did find online were expensive. I mean, like $80, $90, $100 plus. And then you get into the premium ones and 300. And then the ones that I did find that were a little bit cheaper, they were small. They weren't wide, and it only fit like 30 or 40 pens. Not saying that that's I mean, that's plenty of space, but I wanted something wide. And so what I ended up doing, and this is like the most cost efficient way, and I highly recommend anyone who is looking for pen storage to do this. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so here is the little drawer set that I found. This was $24.99 at Home Goods. And it's actually just a organization drawer. There is no tray for fountain pens. It's just a flat, empty tray. And let me show you what I mean. So as you can see, there is a pen tray here. This is what I actually put afterwards. And let me show you. So this is actually how it came. It's just 3 drawers. I believe this, I don't know what kind of, maybe for paper or stationery. I mean, you could use it for stationery for sure. But this was in the organization section, and I just loved the fluted fronts and the gold hardware. It kind of matches, so it kind of reminds me of this right here. This is actually a tray, or you know those carts. You could get them like different kinds, but I was looking for a cart that was a little bit more, it looks like furniture, and so this is what I found. And as you can see, it has like the fluted front and the beautiful legs, and it's 3 tiers. And as you can see, that little gold hardware, it matches. As you can see right there, it matches. And so, and then of course it has like this fluted front. So I knew this was like the perfect storage. And so what I ended up doing, because I knew I had these pen trays that I actually used for this, the clear one, as you can see, I knew I had like 2 left over, and this is what it is. And it comes with 4 huge trays. As you say, it's a pack of 4, and it's 12 by 16. It says it holds up to 48 finished pens each tray, and it's flexible and it's easy to cut. And I got this at a website. I think it was like Pennsylvania Industry, and all I did was cut the tray up to fit the size of the drawer, and a happy coincidence, the inside of this drawer is the exact same color as this tray, and so it just looks like it belongs. Now the set of trays at that time, I bought it maybe like 4 or maybe 6 years ago. It was only about $10 when for that whole thing. And so, but I think the price did go up. I think it's like $18, but that's still a good price for what you get. And so all I did was cut, and like I said, I only had 2 trays, and so I was able to line 2 drawers, but my top drawer, I ended up just kind of combining 2 different, it's not like one whole piece, it was 2 different pieces that had cut. That was the leftover from this stuff. And so this top drawer now, I use it for my cartridges and my converters and whatever else that goes with fountain pens, because I don't anticipate having to fill this whole 3 drawers up with fountain pens. And so right now I do have just this for my fountain pens, including the ones on my table. And I like that this is like this size, because then I can put the pocket ones up here if I do get more pocket fountain pens. But as you can see, it also fits my this really long one. So all in all, this cost me $25 for this. And then for the 2 trays that I used, it would be what, $2.50. So let's just say like $30 for this whole setup. And it literally fits each slot. There's 20. Oh, sorry. There's 20 of these. So literally this holds 60 fountain pens, which is pretty good. And it looks really, really, really pretty. I love how it looks on my shelf. And then these are actually inks that I've gotten over the year. I just haven't done anything with it, along with like my other fountain pens. So I haven't done anything. I do have this fountain pen storage. This is actually, oh, let me move this. This is actually from, where is this from? It is from Target. It's from the Magnolia line, Hearth and Hand. It's a brass display case. They actually currently right now have a wood version. So if you're interested in something like this, check out Target. I'll pop the photo of it on here. But so that is what my inks are, and then I still have those, and so I think a couple will fit on my shelf, but the rest can stay here. And this is what I mean about having a storage display where the top doesn't open. It allows me to store things. This is my swatch book and my pen book. So, and then the rest of the ink. So it allows me to store things up top and to maximize that vertical space. So, which was very important to me. And so it worked out. I'm very, very happy. I wish they had one more of the same so I could put it side by side so I have a little bit more storage for other things. I'm still probably going to look for it. I didn't see it at the Home Goods, but who knows, maybe I could find another one exactly like that so I could put it right here, and then I can store stuff, store more stationery. So, okay, let's get back to my desk. Okay, so back to my desk. Hope you guys like that little show and tell. So this is one of the pens that I'm going to be using for 2026. This is a Monteverde Ritma pen, which I absolutely love. It has like this magnetic top, and I love the wood grain. And let's see. I'm pretty sure this is a fine or extra fine. So I will be inking this up. I haven't decided what inks I'm going to put in each pen, because like I said, I will keeping this, I will add this, and then the brass, and then I think I'm going to add one more new fountain pen that I'm going to get in the mail. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use for that one. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to ink quite yet. But, and this one's still not done. But I kind of wanted to show you how I swatch my new ink and my new fountain pens. And let me put this aside. So this is a fountain pen ink swatching book. This is an old Hibino, MD Hibino from 2024. I didn't use it, and so I ended up just making this as my ink swatch. Now this is a cover from Woozy Studio. This was made specifically for the MD, and so what I ended up having to do was kind of cut this a little bit to comfortably put it in here. So I don't know why I mean, there's still a lot of space. I am not exactly too sure. I think I had cut this prior to me actually purchasing this this cover for it, because there's still a lot of space here. So I didn't have to cut that cover, but I think I did it because I was trying to make it fit in one of my normal Hobonichi covers. So, but anyways, so this is what I'm using for my swatch book, and the way I have it divided is that each month is a color. And so like for January, these are my black inks. For February, these are my blue inks. March is purple. April is greens. 5 is browns. Let's see what other colors I have. Reds is June, which I'm super excited. I do have another red, or actually I have 2 red inks, or maybe 3 new red inks that I still haven't swatched quite yet to add to this. And then on the daily pages, I kind of have it separated. Oh, 7 is yellows, and then there's more room to grow for more colors for the monthlies. And then what I have for the dailies, because for the Hibino it was 2 pages, so what I ended up doing is that I just kind of like, say for example, January is all my blacks, and so the whole January section of dailies is for black ink. And so what I did was for black, or for that part, or for the daily part, I would just take the name of the ink, put it here, and then this part is where I would do my pen test, just to give me more space. I have more space here. You know, if I have more pens that I ink with this ink, I can test it here. And then on this side, I just kind of do like an ink swatch and then just added stickers that matched the color just so it gives it some prettiness to it. And so that way I have bigger blobs. So that's pretty much how I organize it. And so if we look into February, February are my blues. And so as you can see, I've only tested it with the Kaweco Brass tip. But if I would ink this, say in the Kaweco, I would do the pen test here. I would add it here. But as you can see on this left side, I did a swatch and added stickers that matched. And so that's how this whole book is set up. I don't anticipate this. I mean, honestly, this is a big book for ink. I don't think I'll ever fill it up, but I like the paper on this, and so it is what it is. I mean, technically that would be like 30 inks times 12 is what that's a lot of inks, but that's not going to happen. But it's here. If I can use the extra pages as, you know, whatever, but it's quite a big book. But it is what it is. I've already made this into my ink swatch book. And so I do have like this Kakimori Patari. It's like this yellowish mustard color that I want to test and swatch. But I'll probably do this off camera just because I feel like there's a lot of inks that I have to, or maybe I'll create another video for it. But I just wanted to show what I am actually up to today. And I also have another ink swatch that is kind of like on the go. And it's this traveler's notebook that I actually cut down. And this was the leftover. And so it was super thin. And I thought, what can I make out of it? And so I ended up making it into a ink swatch little thing. And so I put the ink swatches on here as well as in my notebook. But I love this thing. I just loaded it with watercolor paper. And so now I have this kind of travel friendly ink swatch book. So I'm excited to add the other colors to this one. I think the last ink that I got was this one that I actually put in here. Like I said, I'm not a very good fountain pen mommy. I have the inks and they're just there. Or I get a fountain pen, it's just there and I haven't swatched it. And so I find myself like right before the new year to like get organized, and that includes my fountain pen stuff. And then I'm hoping for 2026 that I can use the fountain pens a little bit more, and also to use it for drawing. I did do some research, and I know that the platinum carbon ink is a great ink to draw with. And so that's another thing that I'm looking forward to doing, is drawing with a fountain pen. And so I'm looking forward to that and just implementing more fountain pens in my journaling and drawing life for 2026. And then we'll go from there. And I really hope that I don't go down a rabbit hole of getting more fountain pens, because I don't want any more fountain pens. Like I said, I have enough. And I think too, I just want to get into the habit of using my fountain pens to even justify purchasing more. But I know myself, so I know that the thing with fountain pens that kind of stops me from buying or going crazy overboard is the fact that I have to commit and put effort into maintaining my pens so I don't ruin the investment. And I think that is something that is kind of helping me not to like buy the very expensive fountain pens and all the fancy ones, and just I'm okay with the $10, $11, $12 ones that I find on Amazon. And then from time to time I will splurge on $100 one. on my birthday, but I think this is the most expensive one that I own, that I paid full price for. And so I think the next expensive one that I purchased is this Kaweco one, but honestly, I didn't pay the full price because it was on sale, and I think I bought it for like $30. And I know it's what, $70, $80 for this, or maybe even more. And so that just shows you like I'm okay with the $10, $11 ones, because like the Jinhao, I think that was only $20, and it's one of my favorite fountain pens. I do love this one. I think this is the most expensive, like I bought just as this one. I don't remember how it is, but I know you can change the tips. And then I also bought another one, but it's the one with the fountain pen tip, and you can't take that out. And that alone, I think, was just like $14 or something like that, or $10. And so yeah, that is basically my journey with fountain pens, and I'm just gonna stay here. I don't think I'm going to venture out. I'm just gonna stay in this realm. This right here is a little bit too fancy for me, but I loved the walnut, and I love the magnetic cap. So yeah, we'll just stay here for now. Who knows? Never say never, right? Who knows how it's going to be in the future? But for now, we're just going to focus on this one thing at a time. We're just going to continue trying to create our fountain pen habit, and where I can use it more and more. So, okay, so I'm actually going to finish up here. Hopefully this will start drying up soon, and then I will probably be inking and swatching, and I will definitely film that for you guys as well. I just can't do it right now. I'm actually going to go cook lunch. So it's going to stay like this, and then probably after lunchtime and after all the festivities, I'll come back and ink everything that I need to ink once I decide what that is, and film it for you guys. Just kidding. I thought that I was going to film like a whole new video, but I think what I want to do is I want to set up a sampling page for my ink samples like this. This is actually my very first ink sampler. I am so bad. I'm like impatient sometimes, and sometimes when I purchase inks, I just purchase the whole bottle. I know that's really, really, really bad. But sometimes I'm like, yeah, I know I'm gonna love this ink. But so I don't really have a lot of ink samplers, but I feel like in the future, smart me will start purchasing samplers versus whole bottles. I actually really prefer the little small bottles. I feel like for me, I do like changing like things often, and so having a smaller bottle will, I don't know, will be better for me. Yeah. So, but anyway, so what I want to go ahead and do, I know I said that I was gonna finish the video, but I'm back from lunch, and this has dried out. This goes, what is this? This is the Lamy, and I'm not gonna put. I think this was the converter. Was it the converter? Hold on. I don't remember. My brain is not braining right now, so I'm gonna put that aside. And I want to create a section in my swatch book of for specific inks or sampling inks. So let me make sure that I am in. Okay, so here is my ink swatching. So I thought the best way to do this is I was going to take the last month of December, because that leaves me with like 1, 2, 3, 4 monthly sections for other colors, which is good enough. And so I think for the ink samples, I'm going to allocate December for just ink sampling. So my thought process, because this thing is, let me do this. My thought process is that for each ink sample that I have, I am going to put it on, let's see, Monday. I'm going to go ahead and sample it, like do a little blob here, and then put the name on it, and then go to December 1 in the daily pages, just like how I do the other inks swatching. And if I go to December 1, I can do like a bigger blob of it and, you know, do my little design here, and then do the pen test, the actual writing test. And then what I'm going to do is on this side, we'll test, you know, whatever pen that I'll be using at that time. In this session, I'm just going to be using this. And I actually might use my other fountain pen because I have a few minutes before we have to go run an errand. But maybe use this dip pen. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and let's just get that started. Okay, let me go back to December. Okay, so, ooh, you know what? I have a little kit right here. It's just in a Tresco box. I have two of these actually, but this one just holds like all my supplies for inking. So I have my little rag here, which I probably should put down so I don't spill it. Okay, so this is the Kakimori Patari. So let us go ahead and get that done. So there there's a little, oh, see, I'm already making a mess. Yep. Inky fingers. Oh no. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and dip. Such a pretty color. All right. And then I usually have like a blow dryer, but so I'll just label this Kakimori Patari. So this is the only thing that sucks, is that you gotta wait for it to dry. And I'm trying to speed up the process. I guess in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of label this as ink samples. Can't put my hand down, but we're just going to decorate this thing while we wait for it to dry. Just add some stickers. I'm going to add a couple of stickers while we wait. It's a fountain pen. Not a bottle of Okay, I think it's definitely not fully dried, but I might have to just put a piece of paper there, an ink blotter. Okay, so I'm not even gonna look. All right, let's go to the December 1st page, which should be right here. All right. And so right here, I'm going to put Kaki Mori Patari. And what else do I usually put on there? Torori. Oh, I think that's the name, right? Torori? Torori. T-O-R-O. And is it 02? All right. So I wrote that down. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more splotches, so it's kind of more adding some circles, some variations. I think that looks good. And then what I like to do is find stickers that matches that swatch. So in this case, I mean, there's a lot. So while that kind of dries, I'm going to go ahead and do my pen test sample. And what I like to do, it's been a while. This is the brass tip, the Kakimori brass tip. So I'm going to use this to sample this writing. So I'm just going to go Kakimori brass. And then I like to also write something, hi, hello. Just like so, just to kind of get a feel of that. And then I'm going to actually try this one. I don't remember what this one was called, but I'm going to, the fine nib. This is the Iro Utu Sushi with the fine nib. So I'm just going to dip that. I like to put like a dot. Iro Utsu. Oh, I really like this. Okay. I'm just going to put, I really like this dip. Oh, gotta dip it again. Oh, I didn't put too much. Dip pen. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, let me go ahead and close this up. Like so. And then I think I want to write here. Should I write here? I'm going to put, just so I know it's a sample, just going to write here, sample, or maybe let me use a pen. Sample. It came out really great. That's nice. Okay, and like I had mentioned, I do want to stick some stickers on there. So let's see if ooh, here's one. Let's use this. This is perfect. So I'll put it right here. I think that's perfect. That goes very, very well. And then maybe one more. Let's see. This looks great. Put that right there, even though it kind of covers a lot of it, but there's a lot still there. And maybe like something small to put on there. Let's see if I have any florals. There's some cute little ones right there. Oh, that's perfect. Cute. Okay, and I am getting ink all over myself. So that is pretty much my process when it comes to swatching, but I didn't have like an ink sampler specific area. So this is nice that I made December. So if I get another different color, I'm gonna put it on, let's see, let's go over here. I will put it on December 2nd, and then I will swatch it on December 2nd, the new sampler ink. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm glad I went ahead and set this up with you guys so you guys kind of see the process, and I'll send you back. I just wanted to really show you guys my new fountain pen display, and maybe you are in the market of trying to find out how to organize your display. You can find something really, really cute at not as expensive. And I'm super happy with what I found. And yeah, so okay, I think that's it for today. It's a short video. I just wanted to pop on here. I guess this could be my version of Vlogmas. Uh, so maybe you might get another video because usually I just kind of post once a week, but there's a lot of things happening that are coming in. So maybe I will create another video with more things. And yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. Okay, I do have like a little stationery haul that I'm super excited about. I wanted to make one last stationery purchase before the end of 2025 to support another small business. And so I'm excited to receive that order. And I'll talk more about that later. No, it's not sponsored or anything. I'm just really excited, and I wanted to share. So that should be coming up soon. I don't know when I'm going to get it. It might be after Christmas, but I think that is it. I'm going to leave this right where it's at, go cook lunch, and then I don't know. We'll see what happens. But thank you for hanging out with me on this Monday, and I will see you guys in the next one.